Hai teman-teman semua, apa kabar? Semoga teman-teman dalam keadaan sehat dan bahagia selalu. Bertemu lagi dengan saya Dian. Saya adalah seorang engineer consultant yang saat ini tinggal di Amerika dan sedang melanjutkan sekolah di Master Business Administration di Boston University. Dan pada hari ini kita akan kembali membahas topik tentang engineering, yaitu webbing sling. Sebelum kita memulai, jangan lupa like, comment, subscribe, dan share video ini agar saya semakin semangat dalam membuat konten baru untuk teman-teman semua. Yuk kita mulai topik pembahasan ini. Well, first we must understand what is webbing sling and what is the purpose. Webbing slings are flexible, lightweight, and have a weight-bearing surface, which helps protect the load you are lifting. A webbing sling is used to carry, lift, tow, or pull loads from the weight of 1 ton to 10 tons. They are distinguished based on the color of the sling. They serve the same purpose as wire ropes, however, the method of use is different. There are some type of webbing sling and common to use in lifting operation. Number 1, single enders. Number 2, double enders. Number 3, sling I and I. Number 4, double I and I. Number 5, with basket fitting. Number 6, with choker fitting. Next, we will discuss about webbing sling identification. What information must include on a sling identification? Synthetic webbing sling identification shall be done by manufacturer but should be maintained by the user to be eligible for use. Synthetic webbing sling shall be marked to show, number 1, sling manufacturer name and location. Number 2, webbing material lot number, enable tracking to identify exact shipment of webbing material. Number 3, sling manufacture date. Number 4, sling material, nylon or polyester. Number 5, sling capacity of sling for vertical, choker, and basket hitch. Number 6, type, width, and length of webbing sling. Next, we will discuss about table of webbing sling. It is important for you to understand the application that you are going to load and the different configuration. Selecting the correct configuration is as important as choosing your webbing sling. You can use either vertical, basket, or choker configuration, all depending on your intended load. Webbing sling can assist your lifting project and can be used with many different configurations as explained below. Webbing sling capacity depend on your configuration that use. All webbing sling can be found in two materials, which can be nylon or polyester. Both of these materials will have the same strength and capacity to lift your load. However, you need to consider your option, depending on the application, as in some circumstances, the webbing sling will be exposed to acid or high or low temperatures. Nylon webbing sling are able to assist when there is grease and oil present, and this material has a very good resistance to certain chemicals. However, acid, bleaching, and temperature over 194 Fahrenheit will drastically affect this type of sling. On the other hand, polyester sling can assist you when some common type of acid and bleaching are present. Please refer to the following table to see what kind of acid these slings are suitable for you. Next, we will discuss about rejection criteria for webbing sling. According to the picture, we can see the damage on surface and edge cuts. It is important to realize that all of the fibers in webbing sling contribute to the strength of that sling. When there have been a significant number of fibers broken in a webbing sling, as shown here, that sling should be taken out of service. The next rejection criteria are holes, snags, or pulls, the area where fibers stand out from the rest of the sling surface. How to prevent? Avoid sling contact with protrusions both during lift and while transporting or storing. As we can see here, that sling should be taken out of service. The next rejection criteria are abrasion, where area of the sling that look and feel fuzzy indicate that the fibers have been broken by being subject to contact and movement against a rough surface. Affected areas are usually stained. How to prevent? Never drag slings along the ground. Never pull slings from under load, and use protection between sling and rough surface load. The next rejection criteria are heat or chemical. The damage look similar, and they both have the effect of damaging sling fibers and compromising the sling strength. Look for discoloration and or fibers that have been fused together and often feel hard or crunchy. How to prevent? Never use nylon or polyester slings where they can be exposed to temperature in excess of 200 Fahrenheit. Never use nylon or polyester sling in or around chemicals without confirming that the sling materials is compatible with the chemical being used. Broken or worn stitching in the main stitch pattern of webbing sling has a direct adverse effect on the strength of a sling. The stitch pattern in webbing sling have been engineered to produce the most strength out of the webbing. If the stitching is not fully intact, the strength of the sling may be affected. How to prevent? Never pull sling from beneath loads where stitch pattern can get hung up or snag. Never overload the sling or allow the load edge to directly contact the stitch pattern while lifting. Never place a sling eye over a hook or other attachment whose width or diameter exceed 1/3 the eye length. Next, knots compromise the strength of all sling by not allowing all fibers to contribute to the lift as designed. Knot may reduce sling strength by up to 50%. How to prevent? Never tie knots in slings and never use slings that are knotted. The next damage is eligible or missing text. The information provided by the sling tag is important for knowing what sling to use and how it will function. How to prevent? Never set load down on top of sling or pull sling from beneath load if there is any resistance. Load edge should never contact sling tags during the lift. Avoid paint or chemical contact with tags. The last slide is about how to safe use webbing sling. It is very important to take care of your webbing sling as this will ensure the long lasting of your webbing sling. Okay, number 1, no overload. Number 2, protection from sharp edge. Number 3, have a good maintenance and storage. Number 4, webbing cannot be dragged on the floor or over an abrasive surface. Number 5, shock loading must be avoided. Number 6, webbing shall not be knot or twisting. Number 7, after use, the sling must be returned to the rigging store or rack. Okay, hopefully all information according to webbing sling are useful for all of you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share this content. See you for the next video. Bye and have a good one.